welcome to the Not So Traveling Introvert. Today I want to talk about who you find difficult. So let's be clear, the whole person who is difficult, there isn't the whole person who is difficult. They may present challenging or difficult behavior to you. A situation only becomes difficult because the person on the receiving end perceives it as such. Some people can deal with angry people with great skill and no stress, whereas others will do everything they can to avoid confrontation. Within each situation is a range of behaviors, from irritation to extreme anger to floods of tears. And it's likely you're going to be more comfortable with some of these behaviors than others. But at some point you're going to come across like all types of situations, right? So they need to be managed. So you, in your career or in your business, you need to figure out what situations you find difficult, because that way you can then have skills and learn skills that will help you deal with those kind of situations. So the situations could be anything from customers or clients who are angrily demanding refunds, to team members who don't do what's asked of them, to suppliers who are persistently late with deliveries, to clients who don't read the small print and then go on to complain, to customers who change their mind about buying after saying they would buy, or social media followers who post negative comments about you and or your business. So when you think about those things, difficulties can arise from customers, clients, colleagues, peers, team members, suppliers, and others. So when you're thinking about most challenging situations, write them down and think about how often those things happen and see if there's a pattern emerging. This can be useful to help you identify situations that you need to work on. For example, the ones you find most challenging involve suppressed anger, or people who disagree with your point of view, or those who criticize you. Then, you need to think about what to do in that situation and with those feelings. And one thing that you really need to think about and take into consideration is it's important to note the emotions and feelings associated with these situations and differentiate between the two. Emotions can be things such as anger, anxiety, fear, sadness, and grief, whereas feelings are kind of more like, I felt alone, I felt out of control, I felt powerless, I felt excluded, I felt manipulated, I felt unfairly treated, or I felt it wasn't my fault. So here's the thing, there's always going to be situations that make you feel uncomfortable. There are always going to be people who rub you up the wrong way. But what you need to consider and keep in mind and think about for personal development is how you react and how you feel, how you deal and decompress with those kind of situations can make a huge difference to the amount of stress that you feel in your life. So just looking back and thinking about the times when you were uncomfortable, or you were stressed, or you felt anger, or you felt powerless, and see if there's a correlation to those. Is it related to a particular person? Is it related to a particular type of transaction? Is it related to your work only? Or is it personal as well? Does it also involve other people, other things, situations, time of day? Were you hungry? Were you hangry? These all make a difference, and it's all about learning more about you. So brainstorm a list of the situations you find difficult and see if there's a pattern, and then figure out a way of what you can do to make it better next time. And maybe you dealt with it well. There's nothing, you don't have to look at all the negative ones. Maybe you did something well and you dealt with something well. And if that's the case, assess how happy you were with the outcome and what you would have liked to have done differently. Because this all makes a difference in the long run. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at thecareerintrovert.com, helping you build your brand and get hired. Have a great rest of the week.